We're good.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. We are the cast at Glocker. This is,
Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate.
and I'm Jeff Frederick at Glocker Realty. And we are pre-recording our show tonight due to the winter weather out there, which winter weather is good. It's wintertime,
It's
right?
winter in Pennsylvania. You should be prepared for snow.
Right.
It is what it is.
So you're saying to go and buy your milk and eggs and bread? Is that what you're saying, Matt?
I did post up the Vic DiBitetto, eggs and milk. Yeah. So if you go to Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate Facebook page, you'll see that video up there.
Nice.
I'm not much of a panicker. It's just not in my
Yeah,
nature.
you don't
It's
look
just not-
panicked right now.
I'm not. It's not my nature, man.
Do I look panicked?
No.
You should.
I don't think you do.
No, I'm not panicked. I like the snow. I don't mind driving in it. I used to take my little rabbit out in the snow and go do donuts with the front wheel drive car. So I'm not too worried.
Not too worried. But
Yeah.
we did decide to pre-record the show tonight. You will be seeing it almost like it's live, but it's been pre-recorded.
So you can make comments, but we just can't comment back.
Not right away.
We will definitely though look back later and see if there's any comments, and we will answer questions or say hi back or whatever comment you might post tonight.
That's right. Now remember too that you can find us on both YouTube and Facebook at Glocker Realty and Insurance. We do need people to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so don't forget to do that. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you have a couple extra spare moments, just go over to YouTube, Glocker Realty and Insurance, hit that subscribe button.
And
We are trying to
why
build
wouldn't you?
our list there.
I mean, you subscribe and then it tells you, right? It notifies you.
You'll get a notification. I've also been posting up new property videos too. So if you're curious and looking at some new videos for properties that are coming on the market in the area, you'll see the stuff that we're doing.
And they're nice properties, and the videos
Very
are
nice.
excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, which
Hey-
we will have our video guy come in for one of these shows.
I did talk to Anthony. He does want to come in.
Cool.
So
Good.
since we're talking about that, let me do the slideshow real quick.
Yeah,
I'll put
sure.
the slideshow. It's basically above your head.
I'm looking at it right now, and it is. My head is getting chopped off,
It is.
but that's okay. The slideshow is more important than my head.
If you lean
I'm
back, you're
coming
good.
back like this.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
relax.
Your head's right between what's going down in Boyertown.
I'm
and the
not worried
slideshow.
about what's going on outside or anything. I'm just chilling here with Matt.
243 Wilson Street's a new listing in Pottstown, and that's what we're looking at pictures of. My clients Find Solutions Properties have fully rehabbed that house, including a dormer addition, which added additional square feet, including a master bath and master bedroom on the second floor. That picture that you see there of that door was custom-made leaded glass door specifically for that home. They found the door in the basement. They had a local guy. His first name's John. I don't know his last name, but John put that leaded glass window into the pantry door.
See, and that says a lot about the kind of rehab that your clients do there.
Yeah.
I mean, they do A+ rehab work,
This
and
is
they
top
put
of the
care. Yeah, they put care into it. They put thought into it, and yeah, they're just great property when they're done with it.
They are, and they really do try to save as much of the character of the property as they can. You know, it's not like they're going into these places and just ripping everything out. So, in fact, some of the floors in there, like that's original hardwood flooring.
Yeah,
The fireplace is original. They spent $1,000 with the fireplace people in order to get the fireplace working again.
yeah.
So they do these little extra touches to bring the house fully back to life.
And if you go take a look at it for yourself or watch the videos, I mean, you'll see it. You'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's there. And I think the one cool thing that I did, since we are talking about Anthony and the photography for a little bit, is there's a virtual tour, which is a 3D virtual tour. That house has been broken out into a 3D image, which you can select, you can rotate, you can move. You can literally walk through that house virtually online.
Yeah, and that's always a good thing to do. You can do that prior to looking at it in person.
And really decide
Yeah.
whether or not that's the place you want to go and take a look at.
Right.
And then there's a video tour, and then there's floor plans, architectural drawings, I put a lot of information into this so that people can make the right choice for themselves. Go to Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate on Facebook, and you'll be able to find links to everything that I'm just talking about. 243 Wilson Street, $229 is the listing price. It's been up for about a day. We had 13 showings yesterday.
13 yesterday, huh?
13 yesterday.
Yeah.
We have a couple scheduled for today.
Yeah.
Give one of us a call here at Glocker.
And people are jumping right on the properties right now, so
the market is quick. We'll get into that a little bit when we talk about the answer the question.
Yep.
So that's what's going on in Pottstown, and then I also like to talk, since we're talking about Pottstown, I want to talk about a couple of things that are going on.
I'll come back up here
Tonight at Iron Gate Beer Garden, Pottstown United Brewing Company and Iron Gate Beer Garden are teaming up for a blizzard party. So if you're so inclined, if you have the right kind of vehicle, or if you're just brave at heart and you want to make your way from Boyertown down to Pottstown, go to the Iron Gate Beer Garden. You can find them on Facebook. They're in the 200 block of High Street, almost right across the street from Pottstown United Brewing Company. Pottstown United Brewing Company is going to be supplying the beer and the food for tonight's blizzard party.
That sounds like the kind of party I want to be at.
Sure. I'm going to go, since we're going to be posting this show up, and I'll have a little bit of time tonight. I'm going to go down there and at least grab a couple of beers and have a little neighborhood blizzard party.
And that's walking distance for you,
right?
It's
walking distance for me. It's about 3 blocks. So, yeah, I'm going to go down there and walk. I know that some of my neighbors are going to be down there.
Uh-huh.
The co-host for my other podcast, Porchcast Pottstown, Amy Wolf, she's going to be down there. Amy
and
Wolf.
you are going to be back there on Friday, correct?
That's right. This Friday at 5 o'clock, we're going to be down there doing a special edition support local Porchcast Pottstown. Amy Wolf and I are going to be broadcasting live from Iron Gate Beer Garden. And same thing, pub, Pottstown United Brewing Company, the folks from Iron Gate Beer Garden, and then 2 other local chefs are providing the food, the beer, the entertainment tonight and Friday at 5.
Same people doing it.
Same people, same thing. I don't know what the menu is, but I did see them posting up that they got some kind of portable barbecue truck in there.
Okay.
So I know they're going to be doing like grilled items.
Yeah,
so
that
it's going
sounds
to be
good.
kind of like a backyard cookout.
Yeah.
In the snow.
In the snow.
It'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Friday, Amy Wolf and I are going to be broadcasting Porchcast Pottstown live from Iron Gate Beer Garden. I believe the party starts at 3. It's from 3 to 8 on Friday.
Okay.
Amy and I are going to be going live around 5.
Okay, so people could tune in, see you live on Facebook. They can see
Facebook
what's
and
happening
YouTube,
there.
and decide whether or not they want to come down.
Or they can just go down. Just go
Go
down.
down. And
Yeah.
while you're driving down there, tune in to us and watch.
Yeah.
Or say hello to us while we're there, because we're
Yeah.
going to be broadcasting live.
That would be fun.
We have some new merch.
All right.
We're bringing you the merch. We got new merch for Porchcast Pottstown. We got the orange hat,
Nice.
which is has become an iconic symbol.
It is iconic. I remember that hat back in March when you started Porchcast Pottstown.
I put that on to grab people's attention on Facebook.
It's a beauty.
It works. So it's not. We couldn't find the exact hat that I have for some reason. We just cannot find a supplier
Right.
for that hat. But we did find another one that's a blaze orange hat with the Porchcast Pottstown logo right on the front. We're going to be selling those for $20.
Now, the original hat, was that a Carhartt hat?
Nah, man.
I thought it had like a Carhartt label on it or
Nah,
something.
dude. You know what? I bought that at this little outdoor shop out in Western Pennsylvania. We were out hunting one time.
Yeah.
And it got cold. And I needed a hat. Just this little mom and pop outdoor shop.
Yeah.
And I bought that hat because I needed something warm. We tried to track it down. It doesn't even have a tag.
Who
in it.
would think that this little hat that you bought out of
Would
on
get
a
all that
whim?
attention?
Yeah.
It-
Because those of you that watch that also watch
Porchcast Pottstown.
yeah, the hat is a thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like you said earlier. It's the third host of
Right.
the show. people got upset when I talked about not wearing it anymore. The reason I wore it was because I wanted people to see something on the screen that was going to grab their attention when I
Right.
started doing the live stream to Facebook, because we hadn't really announced the fact that we were going to be doing the
You just
show.
started doing it.
We just started doing
Yeah.
it. And because of the pandemic and the shutdown. So I thought that by wearing that orange hat, it would get people's attention as they were scrolling on their screen.
Yeah.
And it would get them to stop and look and see what was going on. It
It
worked.
worked.
It worked.
Right.
And now people don't want to see the hat go away. And
So
then
now they can own their own hat, though.
they can have their own.
Oh,
They
man.
can have their own. And we're going to have them down there on Friday. So if you're cold, you can put one on. 5 o'clock, Iron Gate Beer Garden with Pottstown United Brewing Company. It's going to be our support local special event.
And you could buy it as a gift.
Just in time for Christmas.
Just in time for Christmas.
Chris Hanukkah.
You really know how to sell
Kwanzaa,
that merch.
Chris Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever kind of quasi-pagan
Whatever
religion.
thing happens, it could even be a birthday.
Could be a birthday.
Yeah.
Jesus' birthday.
No. Right.
But yeah, we're going to have the merch. The merch is ready to go. We're waiting for magnets and stickers. They're not here yet, but the hats are. We're going to be selling those on Friday. You can find Porchcast Pottstown, Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate on Facebook, Porchcast Pottstown on YouTube. Check us out.
All right. So, I don't know what I said so about. So, shall we move on to
Ask a Realtor?
Ask a Realtor? Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is our new segment,
Mhm.
Ask a Realtor, where you ask a question and the realtors answer your question.
That's right.
It's posted every Tuesday on the Glocker Realty Facebook page. And you can ask any question you want. And if we're going to choose one of those questions, and we'll answer that question on the air.
Right.
That person will then receive a $10 Wawa gift card.
That's right.
Which is great. Get some coffees, some
Couple hoagies.
Yeah, Hoagie
Shorty.
Fest. Yeah. So
Ooh, a gobbler bowl.
a gobbler. Oh, they are good.
'Tis the
They are
season.
good. So ask your question, and we'll also our broker Matthew Kennedy will also answer every question through
on the post.
on the post. Yeah.
Right.
So you will get your question answered, but if you get us to answer your question, you
Right.
get the Wawa gift card.
Basically, what we're doing is we're picking one of the questions to talk about and answer live on air.
Correct.
And basically, there's no, I wouldn't say that. There is a rhyme or reason. What we're doing is we're picking the question that we think is going to provide us with the best conversation material during the course of the show.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And then hopefully,
Or if it's a very, like last week was a very pertinent question to right now in the real estate market. Yeah.
right. And I think this time is pretty good too.
I think
so.
so,
Why don't
yeah.
you lay it on us and then we'll start chewing through it.
All right. Rebecca Lee asked, how do you figure out how much someone's house is worth, and how do you decide when to list it?
All right.
So let's answer the first question
That's
first.
2 questions.
Yeah, that's 2 questions. She's trying to get 2 Wawa gift cards. I'm sure that's not how it works. Sorry, Rebecca. No.
One card.
Yeah, well, let's break it down to the first question. How do we figure out how much someone's home is worth?
Right. So
Go ahead.
here's what I do.
Yes.
But here's what I would say before we even get into that is we here at Glocker are local real estate agents.
Yes.
We live and work in this area, right? We sell homes in this area. We help buyers in this area.
We know the area.
So the first part of finding a value for your home or anybody who comes to us to try to figure this out is we know this area. We know
Yes.
the neighborhoods. We know the streets.
Yep.
So generally speaking, we have a pretty good idea of what's happening in the market.
Absolutely.
That's the first step.
That is
That's
the first
the
step.
absolute first step.
Yep, that's knowledge that's already here, no matter who's coming to us with a home.
That's correct.
Right.
It's local knowledge of the local market.
Yes.
That exists right here in your neighborhood. You might not be able to get that from a realtor who's traveling somewhere from outside of the area.
Yeah.
So that's
Someone from the main line does not know Boyertown, does not know Pottstown, does not know Gilbertsville, Bally,
Right.
Bartow, Ole, any of those
Douglasville,
places.
right?
Yeah.
These areas that we work in every single day. So I think that starts it off, and then from there, what I do is go to the MLS, the multi-listing system, which
Mhm.
is where the records of are kept. It's where we post these listings, and that multi-listing system is then connected to public records. Public records has all the information, the data,
We have lots of data.
the
Yeah.
raw data about
Data.
right what has happened in your neighborhood, the sales, everything. And then what I like to do is, at least if it's possible, if we can make it happen,
Mhm.
it's highly recommended that we come out and take a look at your house.
Yes.
Just for, even if it's just for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. We go, we get tour. You give us a grand tour of your home,
Yes.
and we.
New improvements.
That's all we need.
Right?
Yep.
Things that are going on in your neighborhood, or reasons why you moved into that neighborhood that make it desirable for you, are also going to make it desirable for other people. If you fixed up the roof,
Yeah.
or you put in a new kitchen, all that kind of stuff.
We
We're
need to
gonna
see it.
that.
Yeah.
Because what we want to do is we want to be able to compare your home to other homes like it in the area,
Right.
in the market.
Sure.
Now, depending on where you live, those radiuses grow or shrink. So, for instance, in Pottstown, if you live in a more urban area or more dense area, or up here in Boyertown even,
Mm-hmm.
you might be able to find more comparable properties closer to the subject property,
Right.
the house that you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
In a rural area, you're going to have to go a little bit further out, right?
Yes.
But generally speaking, you want to get them as close to the house that you're trying to sell as possible.
Correct.
And as close in time as possible.
Yes.
So
Because the market changes constantly. Yep.
it can change in a matter of weeks.
Can,
We saw
yes.
that with the pandemic. It seemed like it changed overnight
Yeah.
almost. So I try to go back 6 months. That's
Mhm.
about
That's
about
right.
as
Yep.
far as back.
And
as I-
definitely after this pandemic thing, I kind of kept it within from the timeline that we've come back from being shut down to now.
right.
Yeah.
So with it, so
So
since
6 months is
March,
yeah.
Well, we've been in this now for freaking 10 months, right?
Yeah, but we're shut down until June, so we came back in June and
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's plenty of material. There's plenty
Yes.
of data out there. So that's what I try to do, and then pick properties that are close to the subject property. The subject property being the one that you're trying to sell.
right.
How many comps do you try to get? How many comparables do you try to get?
I three.
Three.
Three's
I go
three
for a
shows it, yeah.
minimum or three. If I can find more, like in some areas.
Oh, I'll look at a whole. I'll compile that data,
Yeah.
as you say, with a whole bunch of them. But then I'll just have three to show my client.
the
to say,
three strongest.
strongest ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes on some of the, depending on who my client is and who I'm working with, I might give them more, just so they have a little bit deeper understanding,
Yeah.
deeper knowledge of what's happening in their neighborhood.
Yep.
But then from those 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, mostly 3 comps, we can then try to find that market price for your home,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. And what's the market price? The market price is the value of your house, or the price that we listed at that would get you the most money for your home
Usually in the quickest amount of time.
in the quickest amount of time. Yes, because you don't want your house to stay on the market. It becomes stagnant. You want to get it sold as quickly as possible.
Well, the longer it stays on the market, people seem to think that there's something wrong with it.
They think
and
something's
if
wrong.
there's something wrong with it, that's going to affect the price.
Yeah, because they're going to say, well, then I can get it for a steal
Right.
because there's something wrong with
Something's
it anyway.
wrong with it. It's
Nobody
not
likes
moving.
it.
No one likes it.
Yeah.
Whatever else. Yes.
And again, that depends on the market a little bit too. How if on this market, if a house is sitting, people immediately think there's something wrong with it.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Because everything is selling at
Within-
all price
quickly.
points.
Yes.
All types of properties are selling quickly because we have a low inventory.
Yeah.
The less stuff there is to buy, the higher the prices go. Supply and demand. It's
So we
crazy.
try to find that perfect price that is going to
Right.
get you the most money for your property.
in the shortest amount of time, hopefully
Yes.
possible.
Yep.
Now, I will say this. Under normal circumstances, it's my opinion, I think you agree with me,
Okay, I'll tell you.
that you want to bring that property on either just at or just a little bit above what the market price
Yeah,
is. Right?
yep.
That's gonna in the long run net you the most money. In a market like this, even in a hot market, it might be a good idea to do that because people are going to see the value in it, and you might get multiple offers. In multiple offer situations, you might get what a lot of sellers really want. They want that bidding war, right?
Sure.
They want multiple offers, multiple buyers putting in offers, one higher than the other, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
I think a good strategy of achieving that bidding war that everybody calls it is by bringing it right in line with what's going on in the market.
Yeah.
And then letting the buyers tell you what the value of that home
Right.
is.
Yeah.
That can't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. And yeah, and I mean, that's all about pricing it right. Again, I mean, if you price it right, you're going to get those multiple offers. It's just going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the three things that result in that pricing are local knowledge,
Yes.
our local knowledge of the area, and our ability to look at the data and understand the data in a way that some of this artificial intelligence, like Jeff, you were talking earlier about the Zestimate.
Yeah.
Zestimates are wrong sometimes as much as 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Because there's no human behind that.
They're just taking data, and that's all they have. They don't have any kind of knowledge of even what your home looks like.
Right. So there's that human aspect of it. There's that local knowledge aspect that you want to bring into that study of the property, that analysis, the comparative market analysis. You want to bring in that human touch,
Yes,
the eyes, the brain, to come up with that value. And so that's where the local knowledge comes in, our access to data, and then our ability as human beings, as professionals, to analyze that data and give you a good market price.
Yep.
You want to talk about? We did want to talk
and
about.
And the seller is the person who makes the final decision.
That's
We don't
right.
come in and tell you what you're going to sell your house at. We come in and suggest what price you should sell your house at in order to get the best.
I try to come up, depending on the market and how many comparable properties. I try to come up with a range of $5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
I try to come up in that range, and then we can, based on what the marketing strategy is going to be, nail down a listing price, and then build your marketing and advertising strategy off of what the listing price and the listing strategy is going to be.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
The one thing that we do want to talk about is because we have all run into this as realtors, is buying a listing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to explain what
Yeah.
buying a listing is?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Okay.
So it's in my opinion, it's not the right thing to do, but it's what happens. So buying a listing is a real estate agent is going to come into your home and tell you whatever you want to hear.
Yep. Whatever's going to get that deal done.
Whatever is going to get the deal done,
Yep.
they're going to tell you whatever it want. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to give you a price or tell you a price that's higher than any other real estate has given or suggested for that home. And then they're going to proceed to tell you why they believe that they're going to be able to get that higher price than any other real estate agent that's going to come through the door.
Right.
That's called buying a listing. You want to be careful of that.
Yes.
Because it causes problems.
Yeah, it causes problems, and a lot of times it's going to cause your home to sit on the market, become stagnant, and then you're going to get less for your property anyway.
Right. There's been studies done. The longer the time the property sits on the market, the less money is netted by the seller. So again, that's why it's so important to try to use that market value as at least a baseline for your strategy.
So I think that answered Rebecca's for the first part of her question. The second part's a pretty simple answer. It could be complicated, but we're going to make it simple. So how do you decide when to list it? There's right now the market's crazy great. So I would say you list it as soon as possible because you don't know where the market's going to go. It's great now.
Right.
Usually this month, December, is the month that maybe is the slowest period. That's not this year.
No.
This year it is. the market is
Well, like I said,
great
I
during
had
December.
13 showings on that property in Pottstown
In one night.
in one night.
Yeah.
In one day, 13 showings in one day.
Right.
That's not slow.
So I mean, there's other aspects. I guess the other aspects could be, to complicate it, would be just knowing like what the seller situation is.
I think that's
But that's a whole. I think that's a whole. We don't know. So
right. So I think the easiest thing to do is just say when you want to list it it's when it's ready to go.
Yep.
What I like to have the ability to do is have everything good for the pictures.
Right.
Right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
You want the listing to be complete when you put it on the market.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's going to depend on every seller's ability to help prepare their home, and we can help you with that.
Yep.
If you need help staging, if you need help getting somebody in to clean the place out,
Right.
maybe make some repairs to get it ready to go,
Yep.
we can help you out with all of that stuff. That's the strategy. That's the listing strategy that we can help
Yes.
you customize for each and every home, because every home's different.
Absolutely. Yes.
Every home's different.
Yep. And we know what people are looking for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
So we will work with you to decide when the time is right. But listen, last year I was working on a contract on December 26th.
Yeah.
And the guy had to sell his house.
Right.
He was moving to Michigan, got a new job in Michigan, had to relocate. We got his house on the market. We got it sold in about a week, and the contract came in on the 26th. So
Right.
that's a time when most people aren't thinking about buying or selling a house, but I'm here to tell you it happens
Yes.
every day of the year.
Every day of the year, people are looking.
So
No matter what the market's like, there's
That's
always
true,
people
too.
looking. Yeah.
when I first got into real estate, the market was super slow, but people still for one reason or another had to buy and sell. So
Yeah.
I think the timing of it is based on working with your realtor to know when the house is ready to present to the market. So
Yes.
that's your advertising and marketing strategy that you're going to use or that you're going to develop with the realtor when they come in to give you a price.
So, Rebecca, I hope we answered your question. And,
Thoroughly.
Thoroughly. And thank you for the question. Ask the realtor. Look next week.
Tuesdays, Jen Seville, our insurance assistant. I don't know why assistant was a word that I couldn't find.
Sometimes.
But Jen, our insurance assistant, is going to be posting that up on Tuesday on Facebook at Glocker Realty and Insurance. Jen's also the person that helps us get these shows set up. We've decided to call her our producer.
She's our producer, yeah.
Our producer. If you want to get on the show, Jen at Glocker.com. You can reach right out to her and she'll work on getting you scheduled up. Jen at Glocker.com.
All right. So that moves us on to our next segment, and that is what's going down in Boyertown. So what's going down in Boyertown is a blog that I put out weekly. It has all the events going on in and around Boyertown. I also highlight certain things, certain events that are going on, or I just highlight something like this week. Right. I'm highlighting why we put a Christmas tree in our house. It's things like that, that just,
right.
You got to. Might have never thought about it, but I mean.
So that's your story.
That's my story.
That's the story.
That's the blog.
Telling. The blog post.
Yeah, and then there's always underneath that is always all the events that are happening in and around the area, hyperlinked, so you can easily find out more information straight from the blog, and that comes out weekly on Thursdays. So we do a live version of what's going down in Boyertown right here on Wednesdays at 6:00 on the podcast, the Cast at Glocker.
Right.
And then on Thursday, I actually put out the post, and you can learn a little bit more from the post.
Everything that's coming up for the weekend.
Yep. What's going down in Boyertown is on Jeff Knows.
What do you know, Jeff?
I don't know what I'm saying. What's going down in Boyertown is jeffknowsboyertown.com. You can find it there, and what's going down in Boyertown is the blog post. So that brings us to what is going down, Matt?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I told you some stuff that's going down in Potsdam.
You did.
Come on down tonight. Come on down Friday. At 5 o'clock is when we live stream. But
And
I
that's good
believe
stuff.
that the whole event on Friday has been scheduled from 3 to 8.
Excellent.
And I know that they're probably down there now for tonight's event, the Blizzard Party.
Yeah.
That's happening right now.
I would be there now.
As soon as I pack up, that's my next destination.
All
my
right.
next stop. Yeah. So that's two things.
So, so those two things are going into Pottstown. The Holiday Light Tour, we talked about that last week. Richard Zuber Realty is doing that. It's 21 homes throughout the area that have a light display in their house.
Yeah.
My family did that on this past Friday.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. There was
like you took your kids' family or like your mom, dad, brothers?
No, just my kids. Yeah, my
Okay.
wife and kids. We all went, and we were actually down in Philadelphia for the Chris Crindle Mart in Philly,
Okay.
Christmas Village.
Okay.
And then when we came back around 5 o'clock, we just went on the light tour because you can go
Okay.
anytime you want.
There's
between-
one of the houses is right around the corner.
Right around the
over
corner
here.
on Highland
Here.
Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
nice.
saw that.
Red and white house. So that was a lot of fun. We did that. And the Winter Giving Festival is still going on. That's Odd House Arboretum is doing that. They're located in Pottstown. That goes until December 18th. It's a food drive, so you give a food item, and you can go through the tunnel of lights and play games. Remember throwing or playing games out of the car windows the kids can do.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Carnival Lights is still going on in Gilbertsville. That goes until January 3rd. I think it's every night from 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, depending on the night. But I think that's every day until January 3rd. They have 200,000 lights that you can walk through.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's cool. The Colebrookdale Railroad has two rides going on. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas train ride at night.
Yeah, so we drove by there. I guess it was this past weekend we drove by there and saw people lining up to get their ride on the Colebrookdale
Yeah,
Railroad.
And Santa's on the ride.
That was Sunday. I didn't see Santa. I just saw the people. We were coming back through Boyertown on Sunday, and I saw people getting in line for the Colebrookdale Railroad. There was a lot of people over there.
Yeah.
So you should probably contact them and make sure that there's still tickets available.
Yeah, they have a lot of times, but yeah, I know they sell out every year. So
Yeah.
And then they also have another ride called Santa's Polar Bear Express, which is the daytime ride. So the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas is their nighttime ride.
Okay.
Daytime ride is Santa's Polar Bear Express.
We must have seen the daytime one because it was in the afternoon when we drove by.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention, and I haven't mentioned this much yet, but especially since all these restaurants have to be shut down inside, they are just allowed to have outdoor dining.
Yeah.
But for inside dining, it's shut down until the 4th. So I wanted to give a couple shout outs to places that you can go and see live music and outside,
Okay.
so you can still enjoy some live music. Because that's important to me. I'm a musician myself, so I always look for that. Michael Kropp is playing at Adello Vineyard and Winery in Perkiomenville from 2 to 5. So every
I haven't heard of
Saturday.
that one. Is that a new one?
I don't know how long they've been around.
Okay.
But all summer long they all summer long they do Saturday and Sunday there.
Okay.
And then it seems like in the wintertime, I think they cut it down to just Saturdays.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturdays. So they have live music every Saturday. This week is Michael Kropp is playing there. Let me go on to the other one. And where is it? And the Creekside Sports Bar and Grill in Limerick. They also have an outdoor area.
That's the one at the golf course?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Off of 724.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
okay.
have music every Friday and Saturday. They have music outside, so that's still going on.
They have a pretty big deck, like patio type.
That's
thing
the
there.
patios where they have the music.
Yeah, I have eaten over there, and it's covered.
Yeah.
They might have some walls that they put up for the winter
And they have
time,
heaters and stuff like
do
that.
they?
Yeah.
I've only ever been over there in the summertime, but it's a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real nice there. There's also
See, that's one that I wouldn't think about. Like that's just a little bit outside of my normal travel zone.
right.
Like for like for going out to eat, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like that's a good reminder because we've been there before and had a good time. So
Right.
now that I know that they're doing that outdoor thing,
Yeah.
my problem is my girlfriend gets cold real easy.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. Like I put on a couple of layers, maybe put on my long johns and some wool socks, and
Yeah.
I'll hang outside all night. I don't care. But she gets cold.
She gets
real
chilly.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that people are boosting up their amount of heaters they have and everything since they're
Right.
doing more outside.
That'll probably be the next
seating.
item that they start having short runs on, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't already.
I bet you they're hard to get.
I bet you they are. There was this really cool one I saw at the Limerick outlets.
Okay.
It wasn't for sale. They had it set up there.
Okay.
And it was like this glass tube.
The Philadelphia Premium Outlets.
Yes.
Okay.
And the fire was coming up through this glass tube. It
Okay.
looked really, really cool, but it wasn't very warm at all.
No.
But it looked awesome.
It looked awesome.
It looked really neat. But
The one I have is the one with the hood
With
on
the-
it.
yeah, the top
It's
on
got
it.
the burner with the top on it. That
Much
works
warmer.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I've had people stand outside for entire parties using that thing.
yeah, I think I've been one
You've
of those people.
definitely been one of those people. I know you have. Hey, you know where I went? Like, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but another good place, and you'll have to look at this, but
Uh-huh.
they were doing outside stuff is Sly Fox in Pottstown.
They were. I look every week for Sly Fox. They haven't been lately.
Yeah, and I don't know with this new layer of shutdown, or I don't know what they're going to do to this reaction, but they do have that covered pavilion there.
Yeah.
And I've been down there twice in the past couple of weeks for dinner and drinks.
Yeah, because really they're not. I mean, there is a little bit of seating inside, I think, but mostly they're outdoor anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's right. In the better weather, there's much more seating outside than inside
Yeah.
there at the tasting room. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is a good place, and they were having lots of music. They were doing Wednesday night music.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
stage that was set up there. They have
Mhm.
a little amphitheater built into the side of the hill there, like out front of it. You know how
Yeah.
it goes down that hill?
Yep.
Yeah, they have a little amphitheater.
Oh, that's cool. I
built in
never
there.
noticed that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ridgewood Winery in Bechtelsville here,
Okay.
which is new. The winery's not new, but the location is new. That's a new
All right.
location. It used to. I mean, they also have another location up. I would call it Exeter.
Okay.
It's not.
Is that where
Exeter,
we're
but
going?
So we're going to be broadcasting live from there
At some point.
at
in
some
time.
point. I think in January.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. It's
I think
definitely
the
in
6th.
January.
I think the 6th.
Okay.
So we're going to be there live, and they're doing a red truck slate painting class.
Red
This weekend.
truck slate painting
Yeah, so
class.
the red truck. You see this probably on all this Christmas stuff. It's a red truck, like an old red truck.
Okay.
And it has a tree on the back.
Okay.
You see
I
that?
have not seen this.
Go into some
You're-
decoration place, and you're going to
I'm
see.
learning here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you're going to be painting that
Okay.
on a piece of slate
Ah,
for decoration. Yeah.
Okay. At the winery.
Yep. So you can learn. You can do that. You can learn how to do it and do it live in person
While
Yeah.
you're drinking your
While
wine.
you're drinking your wine, of course. Yeah.
And you can get your wine for the holidays.
That's right.
You can come down to the Iron Gate Beer Garden on Friday night at 5:00 and get a new hat
You can. Nice orange
because I'm
hat.
going to be bringing you the merch.
Yes. All right. Last thing I'm going to bring up is friends of mine, Kim and Paul. Did you ever hear them before? Vujade?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I've seen Vujade.
Yeah, they've been around for a little while now, and I mean a little while. They've
a
been
long-
in the area a while, and they're
20 years.
much loved in the area.
Yes.
Much loved. Kim and Paul from Vujade is going to be doing a Christmas show where I'm assuming they're going to be doing Christmas songs.
Gotcha.
And usually they do that live somewhere, but right now that's not the case. So they're going to go online and they're going to do that. So that is an online event. You can look it up at vujade.com or Kim and Paul on Facebook. Either one. You can find out where that's going to be. But
Yeah.
that would be this. Let me see. What day is this? This coming Wednesday, the 23rd.
Okay.
Not tomorrow. No, today's Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the 23rd, they will be doing that.
It does throw you off a little bit because we change things up.
Yeah.
So we're here earlier. We're recording instead of going live.
Yeah.
It does throw you off a little bit.
Yep.
The
But we
last
still flub up things.
absolutely
Yeah.
because there's no
Because
there's-
we push record, and when we're done, we're gonna push stop, and whatever's there, you're watching tonight. There will be no editing.
I was gonna say this. The last time I saw them was over at Union Jack's on Manitowoc.
Oh yeah.
We had gone there for dinner and drinks one night, and it just so happened that they were playing. But that's the last
Okay.
time that I saw them.
Did you see them as twosome or as the band?
No, it was just them. They were
Okay.
doing an acoustic thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and just randomly saw them there, and that's another good place for outdoor music in normal times.
It's a great place.
Has a ton of music stuff. And they have
Yes.
that stage in the yard there.
Yep.
A huge
My kids
selection
love
of
going.
beers.